Welcome to the Uncharted Riffs podcast with Josh Dixon
and Nick Buxton. This is our, we're outside.
Yeah, for the first time. This is also the first time we've seen each other besides Truck Festival in the year and a half that we've done it, I reckon.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it?
Just within touching distances. Oh,
Don't
stop. Why is it slimy?
I was going to say this is white when I bought it, but I bought this quite recently.
It's still white.
It's a new t-shirt. But yes, we're outside doing an actual video podcast, not sponsored by Coke Zero, although I have fucking tons of it in my fridge.
It's kind of scary how much you've got.
Well, it's not just me. Obviously, my roommate Rory is not here at the moment. He's getting a fuck-ass tattoo on at the moment.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
I've seen the sketch that they've done beforehand, and it does look good.
Yeah, I hope that the sketch is what they actually put on his arm. Just
Really?
like it's just a doodle just on his arm.
Yeah, he's got the only dyslexic tattooist in the entirety of South London. It's just fucked.
Yeah, dyslexic and dyspraxic, so they can't actually like draw properly.
Yeah.
Now that would be funny. But no, he's out at the moment getting it done. He might even come back in the middle of this episode, so
That'd be fun, wouldn't it?
Would be incredible.
That'd be the second person we've had of your friends who've just turned up out of nowhere.
well, Rory's technically already been in an episode, but he was
That's
only
what I mean,
he
yeah.
was only in the intro.
Well, no, he was in the live show.
No, George was.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Rory.
Oh. I thought you said George then. Carry on.
Am I an idiot? Am I a fucking idiot?
Yeah.
But yes, so we're outside doing our first live episode.
Yeah.
Outside on my balk.
I think this is going to be the norm now, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
This is something that, well, obviously we've come off the back of Truck Festival. We kind of realised, but that was the first time we've done anything like that as well. Like
God.
The professionalism on the videos from not only Nick, myself, but also my sister who's been editing it, Amy, big shout out.
Hi, thanks.
I thought it was incredible.
I think we've done.
It was far above what I expected from us.
We've done incredible.
It probably tells a lot about my judgment.
No, well, this is the thing. Obviously, we're going to do. This is only going to be a slightly shorter episode, maybe about half an hour, 25 minutes, just as like a summary of Truck Festival in general. Because obviously we did the first two reels. We had the day one when we got there. We had the day two and the day one summary, and then we kind of just stopped doing that.
There was a good reason for it.
Well, yeah, because we were so fucking busy.
Yeah.
And we just could not start. I mean, on the Saturday we had an 11 o'clock interview.
Yeah.
So we had to leave where we were at like 10ish.
That was tough after quite a big Friday night.
Yeah, I know. It was insane.
I think it was like, it was. So to put into context what we did behind the scenes, so we messaged every single band on the roster.
Yeah, all of them. Every
I
single
think there was
one.
100 plus bands. We messaged every single one to be like, look, we're going to be at Truck Festival as part of the press. Would you like to join us? And I reckon about 30 came back, 25 of which were happy to meet us there. The other 5 were like, oh, we were on a quick turnaround, so we're not going to be able to stay there the entire time. And then we've now got episodes booked with them over the next couple months to just basically pack out the calendar until Christmas.
I know. It's just madness.
Yeah, it's just come out of nowhere. And like I said, I didn't really expect much going in. I've never done video content like that before. I'm still new to all of this kind of setup kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm going to say while we're here, I'm just going to quickly go over. We've currently got this camera here, which is the...
Hello.
This will probably be the YouTube
Can they see
one.
the hat?
Yeah.
Can
And
you
then
see the
we've
hat?
got basically up in Denver sort of this direction. And I'm not pointing at you. There we've got Josh's like phone camera up here that's going to do some of the Instagram stuff. So we have like a 2-camera setup at the moment, plus 2 microphones, plus the 2 fucking bucket hats.
Plus the 2 guys actually running it.
I know.
Which, it's a...
Fuck's going on here?
I mean, it's
What are we doing?
It's just nice to like bring it to the listeners, I suppose. No, because like we've done a lot of episodes now, right? I think we're somewhere between 50 and 60 total, and all of it that we've put together has only been audio only. It's been primarily over Zoom, which has been, I mean, it's been good fun.
Yeah.
But this is far better. This is fun. I get to see you.
I know, you get to hang out with me more. Not that I think you
it's
wanted
nice.
to. After like our escapades over the last 5 days. Sorry, I'm drinking a lot. I've been drinking a lot of Coke Zero.
It's very gassy.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Very, very gassy.
for considering, so this was your first festival as well,
Yes.
right? Which, I mean, it's not usually how festivals go. To put it into context, usually you wake up at about 7 a.m. to about 50 people in the campsite all shouting Alan at you. And then you start drinking. You see your first band at about 3 p.m. and you play enough cards to basically kill off anyone.
Nice.
And then
Big fan.
you go till about 1 a.m. in the morning, 2 a.m., go back to the campsite, struggle to sleep because of the Allens again, and you do it for 4 days straight. You don't. Go backstage, interview 25 different bands, and speak to some of the biggest influencers in the world.
And chat to Rizzle Kicks.
Wear a duck bucket hat for the entire thing.
Yeah. Hey, Ducket Hat. Ducket Hat played a vital role in our truck experience.
It was brilliant, wasn't it? Because we stood in the press area, and they would someone would walk in, and they'd be like, "Oh, we've got an interview with Uncharted Riffs. Where are they? Who are they? Like, do you know what the fuck they do?" And then
we didn't.
But then the guys would just be like, "Oh, there they are.
They are.
It's the two fucking idiots.
It's the two
wearing the bucket hats.
It's the two bucket hat boys.
And it just ended up becoming like a brand. So
yeah,
I was quite proud about that. It kind of came out of nowhere, but I was quite proud that we managed to get that over the line.
See, this is what happens when we do a podcast in my house when there's a fucking Sainsbury's delivery van going
I
past.
don't know who would have picked them up. But as a first festival, granted it was different from what a normal festival is as just a punter going along.
The thing is not, I wouldn't know.
Yeah. But like, what was your favourite part of the entire 4 days?
Oh, goodness.
Plus the Monday if you want to count the drive back. But I don't think that was
I enjoyed
anyone's
enjoyed you suffering as a result of the driving, because we had a bit of a kerfuffle in the car. We were picking out some tunes to play on the way back from the bands we'd seen, and the new No Pressure album had come out. I was very excited to listen to it, and I thought, I'll whack a couple of those on, see if Josh likes it. Anyway, I played one of those songs, and I think I may have crashed your car. not in a literal like driving sense,
whole
but
Bluetooth
like,
just gave up.
Like the technology crash, not the car. That was bad phrasing. And so we had to stop at a BP. No, we stopped at one petrol station, then decided, I don't know the brand, so carried on, stopped at a second one to try and fix it.
That first one was just archaic.
Yeah.
It was like pennies in a slot kind of thing.
Oh, it was so weird. And it was literally, it was like just outside. We'd been driving for like 2 minutes and we found it. It was really funny though.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we had your car got basically technologically, it got EMP'd basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
It just crashed. So we
the
listened,
whole like dashboard wiped.
Just listened
The
to Radio
radio
X
just didn't turn on. I don't know what
an hour
happened.
and
The
a
car
half.
worked, but yeah.
No, I'd say my favourite part, and you might agree with me on this, was the time when the lead press guy, I can't remember what band came in, might have been Lemon Days actually, on the Friday, and
Yes. Yeah.
and they came in and we overheard them. We were just sat on the bench there and we overheard them say, "Oh, we've got an interview booked with Uncharted Riffs," and then the press guy looked at us and went, "Yeah, there they are."
Yeah.
We went, "What?"
Now, bearing in mind, I think we said this on the day one review. We weren't supposed to be in there.
No, we weren't.
We weren't supposed to be in the press area. The only reason we got into Truck Festival in the first place was because of the Oxford Symphony Orchestra episode, and they basically included us as part of the orchestra. So we had the gold artist accreditation.
I've still got mine.
Yeah, go on, show the camera.
It's in my pocket. It's in my pocket.
It was the gold artist accreditation.
Ripped off yesterday. For those who
it looks a bit knackered, but it went through 5 days of dust and interviewing.
I ripped it, but it is there.
It's like a snake that's just had like rigor mortis set. Yeah, but there you go. The little gold artist accreditation bracelet right there for the viewers.
Yeah,
Not listeners, viewers.
Viewers.
Yeah.
What a world.
But yeah, so we managed to get in through that. So we weren't meant to be in the press area or anything, but then obviously we got in because they thought we were an artist. Bearing in mind we were wearing bucket hats and looking like two like teenagers who just snuck in.
Absolute knobs.
I don't know how we did it. And then I remember that moment quite clearly because it was just like, oh shit, we're part of this whole press thing now.
Yeah, it happened a few times, but there was another one, either with Joe and the Shit Boys or Wooden Dog, or I can't remember exactly which band it was. When I went outside and you were finishing up some really bits, and Jamie, the guy who was running it, came over to me and said, "Oh, I've got these guys for you," and
Nice.
we didn't even ask for them. They just
He just knew.
he knew that it was us, and the fact that there were a lot of people in there, press people, who had like specific press based
we were
wristbands.
obviously the newbies in there, weren't we?
Yeah, definitely.
There was no way.
But it was incredibly satisfying to be around people who clearly have done this a while and in my opinion,
Weren't that good?
weren't as interesting as I thought they would be.
I'd agree with that.
Like, I think it's still the office party one that gets me.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up.
You tell them that. So funny.
So,
shout out to Office Party, by the way.
Massive shout out.
You were great fun.
I think they were probably our top 3 interviews of the weekend.
I would agree.
If I'm honest. In terms of reception, in terms of being just up for chat. But Office Party turned up in the press area to come and interview with us. Another kind of magazine got in just first. So they were like, oh, we only take 2 minutes. We'll do that interview first, and then we'll come and do one with Uncharted Riffs.
15 minutes later.
15, 20 minutes later, when we've got it all set up and we just stood there twiddling our thumbs, they come over and they're just like, right, let's get this going. But I don't think they'd had a very good experience with the first one. I can't remember who the magazine was, and obviously don't want to slander anyone, but I don't think they'd had a good experience. So when they came over, they were quite like up for it, being like, right, we're going to smash this next one. Like, these guys seem like they're good fun. We're just going to fucking take the piss. And it was by far one of our best interviews because they just owned it, and they were like on a high and just chatting with us and drinking and stuff. And then the interview finished. They went, that was really good fun. We want to come on for a full-length episode, which is going to come out soon. I was messaging them this morning.
Yeah,
that is an exclusive.
Yeah, as there's a lot.
Yeah.
There's quite a few, so we'll keep you updated as we go on. But.
Yeah. So they walked off to go and do another interview with another press thing. We packed up the tripod and walked past, didn't we? And I remember seeing them in the interview, and 2 of the guys in Office Party turned around, locked eyes with us, and just kind of like they just rolled their eyes.
They really didn't look very happy.
They literally just went, "Oh God, we've got to do another interview." And we just started goading them, didn't we? Off camera, we were there with the beers,
just like taunting them with our alcohol.
It was so funny. I was like, I didn't realise that. I thought like. Because that was the other thing that happened across truck festivals. A lot of the bands kind of came in with the conception that it was going to be a really like boring 5-10 minutes with us. I think not because we'd set it up badly, but because historically, I think press interviews are pretty boring. It's the same questions. It's the same, like dialogue. It's the same. Like they're always going to ask about new stuff coming out. How you got your band
name. We got
name.
very similar responses to a lot of people made comments on how like. The one that kept coming up was like, oh, you can only say how many times your band got together or where the name comes from, and we were like, we don't care. We care about
the irony
stuff.
being as well that for almost every single interview we did, we followed the same format.
Yeah, but
we didn't change it up at all.
But like, I think you can't exactly be that spontaneous with it. But I think we have the questions that we ask are they allow the band or the artist to open up a bit more about their music and their inspiration and the kind of people that they want to see at the festival. Yeah. It's basically like a synecdoche of the show that we already do.
Great word.
Thank you.
You try to get that in before we start.
It's one of those words in my list that...
Explain the list. Just very quick.
Not explaining
just a
the
slight
list.
Tangent, right? He's got a list on his phone of
so
just
if you didn't realise
words.
already, I'm a bit weird. And one of the things that I like to collect outside of playing cards and potential diseases is words. And
still makes me laugh.
And
you were so proud of it when you brought it up on the Sunday morning.
Everyone took the piss
and
out
I was
of it.
quite hungover. I was just like, I don't care. I felt bad.
No,
I should apologise. I'm sorry.
No, I don't care anymore. Clearly, neither do you. So yeah, I collect words that I try and use in sentences and
synecdoche.
Synecdoche, yeah,
love it. Carry on. Sorry.
Basically those questions were a vestigial element of the show that we were already doing, and that. We basically took the concept of our show already and funneled it down into a more concise version that we could get done in just under 10 minutes.
We couldn't keep a band for 2 hours.
No, God, I wish we could have done
good.
though.
Yeah,
it would have been so fun. But it was so much fun to learn about just people and be surrounded by that kind of world, because we've never done anything like that. I mean, I've certainly never done that. I did my podcast before this and interviewed a few people online.
We are still going to bring that back, by the way.
What?
As part of Uncharted Riffs.
Oh, eventually, I'm sure. I'll just say my life will become will come back, and because then we can get all kinds of people on.
Exactly.
Not just artists. We can get anyone on.
It's a great idea.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And
it's coming back.
It's a big, I'm a big proponent of mental health support, so that'll be a good thing to involve myself. But I digress. Yeah, I think that we've collectively never done anything that's remotely like that at all.
Nope.
And it was so gratifying to be there, not just for the opportunity, but for people to say that they were glad that we were there.
Yeah.
And we've made quite a lot of good friendships there, and we're following up with a lot. Well, you're mostly following up with a lot of people.
Yeah.
I'm trying to sort my editing suite out so I can get everything done.
Don't blame you.
Just massively cram loads in on Sunday and Monday. But I'm interested to hear more from you, because obviously I only had the experience of being backstage anyway.
Yeah.
This is my first time. Obviously,
Yeah.
You're a truck veteran, for lack of a better term.
I've done 2.
You've done 2. So it's one more than me.
More than me, yeah. Fine.
But was there much of a distinction between the two? Like, how would you compare the two, besides just saying, I was in the press area this time? I mean, you were.
Is that what I sound like?
Oh, I was in the press. I don't know what you're saying.
It was... I preferred it, but for all the reasons you mentioned. I'm not going to go back through them, but about being accepted, being thought of as press, when, as I said, we shouldn't have been there. It was nice to have the concept of that could be a full-time job for us at some point, which, we started this podcast doing it purely because we both love grassroots music, but also at the same time we both want to go and do it full-time. And that was the first time in which I've kind of had a pinch me moment, like, oh my God, we're actually making it. And whether it continues or not, we'll find out.
We don't know.
But that was the first moment in which I've been like, shit, we're actually building something here. And also the amount of people that are now following us from it, or watching our reels and videos and getting engaged and commenting on the videos and all that kind of stuff, it's actually reaching people that are in the same position as us, that are consumers of grassroots music and love it. So that, as a crux of the reason that we made the podcast in the first place, actually getting told it in person at the festival was amazing. In terms of how it compared to going as just like a punter, I still preferred it, to be honest, because I think I said this to you on the Saturday. What happens at a festival is you wake up in the morning, you're very sleep deprived, you're pretty hungover, and all you can drink is like lukewarm beer that's been baking in your tent for 2 or 3 days beforehand.
Yum.
So you're sat there and you're like, right, I've literally got 4, 5, 6 upwards hours. No. 4, 5, 6 plus hours.
I need to get out.
Of drinking, sitting there, chatting to the same people, playing cards. And it's really relaxing because you have no internet. So there's literally nothing you can do. But at the same time, it is quite boring, because you're kind of there just like, all I'm doing is drinking and chatting.
There's only so much you can fill your time with.
And by the 3rd or 4th day, the conversation just fucking dries up, it always does. And then you get to the point of drunk where everybody's just going mental again, and repeat cycle 4 days in a row. What I liked about this was the fact that, despite the fact we did have a hotel because we needed to charge all the equipment up and stuff, it was nice. For anyone who's listening on an audio-only platform, that was Nick squeezing out a shit.
I surprised myself with that one.
But it was nice to kind of have a purpose while we were there, because we still went and saw the acts. A lot of the bands in which we interviewed, we actually saw their set.
We either watched or at least heard most of the set of 18 different groups, apparently.
Yeah.
From what I wrote
considering
down.
we did 25 interviews.
Yeah, we interviewed more people than we watched.
Yeah. But it was good to be able to basically watch. It was good to be able to have a purpose while we're there, go and interview these people, speak to them, actually learn about the industry and feel like we're part of it now. But also alternatively have a fucking good time and get pissed up in the evenings.
Yeah, it was pretty rad.
Your Saturday night was great, wasn't it?
Yeah, I had a great time.
You went to so I called it at probably 1:30 a.m. I think, and you went and just got fucked up at the. I'm not
gonna
get the school disco one. The school disco.
Yeah, I'm not going to get into
disco.
details of it because it got really messy at the end. But it was a lot of fun. We just bumped bumped into loads of people at that point, and some of them, old friend of mine, we bumped into.
I went for a piss next to the bassist from Cruise.
Yeah.
He had his headphones on, half talking to me, half listening to fucking ABBA or whatever they were playing.
Good
in
lad.
silent disco. It was really good.
But there were so many like core moments to it that that were like the main bits that I'll always remember. Like hanging out with Bambino Becky, obviously was pretty cool, and hearing the story of how the Yorkie place gave everyone the shits.
Yeah,
So
I sent you that.
Yeah,
to you
I
this
saw
morning.
that when you sent it to me.
There was a BBC. So, actually, do you want to tell the story?
Well, I mean, it's not massively interesting unless you want to hear about 4 grown men who shat themselves. But
but it was 3 people who came up to Becky, wasn't it?
Yeah, so we were just coming past the market stage, I think it was, and we were heading down towards. Well, we were going to head towards the Yorkie food place.
Yep.
And then we decided that
You gotta stop.
I can't help it. I'm really
can't
gassy.
help it.
It's really hard. And we were walking down towards the food area, and obviously someone like Bambino Becky gets fairly regularly recognised. So a few guys came over and started speaking to her. Wanted to get a picture with her. She was very good about it, very open, very chatty. And I can't remember the exact thing he said, but it was along the lines of like, "Oh, have you been to the Yorkie place yet?" And we said, "Oh, funny enough, we're actually just heading there." And he went, "Well, this guy shat himself 6 times."
It was so like.
I was like, "Are you really? Is that how you speak
was
to
so
people that you're like wanting to have a photo with?"
I mean, if it's someone that you don't know and you meet them for the first time, it's pretty ballsy to say, "Oh yeah, they shut themselves 6 times. He's just about to shit himself. He shut himself 4 times or whatever it was." And then it was the fact that it was someone they idolised. I'm trying to get a picture with.
I know.
And they just came out with it.
It's like me bumping into Ryan Gosling, and then just
Trying to hump his leg.
Well, no, just shouting like him saying, "Oh, I've got 12 things I need to do today." And I go, "Oh, that's how many times I've fallen down a manhole cover." And he'll just sort of think. Anyway, so that's how I met Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
That was the
It's a great
13th.
story.
That was the 13th time I fell down a manhole.
Probably the 13th reason which he was going to fucking end it.
13th reason why Ryan Gosling would fucking murder me. And I'd let him. Oh
Yeah.
my God. Shatter my knees. But yeah, no, that was just one memory that we had.
Oh, God.
There was there was all kinds of stuff. Like we got a message from Rory, and we took a very famous picture that I'm now going to print everywhere of us two. Do you know that
Is
one?
that the one of me looking incredibly annoyed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll find a way to use that as a thumb. Find a way to use that as
a
like a
bad
real
picture.
thumbnail or something. That might be the behind the scenes picture.
I don't know what. I can't even remember what it was he said. So I just remembered.
It was like a long text from a friend of his.
That was it.
Yeah.
It was like a really beefy, pointless gossip. The kind of like paragraph text.
Yeah, and he just went.
I didn't even read it. You just said look annoyed.
Yeah. I'm not gonna. He's not here, so I'm not gonna go into details of it. But it was really weird.
I hope he comes in a second.
Yeah,
That'd be great.
I don't know when his tattoo's getting done, but he's probably nearly done. But yeah, and then like so many other little things, like even just sort of sitting and chatting with like Stevie White and Becky and like that little table. There must have been like just under a dozen.
Felt
of us.
quite bad as well because we met Stevie on the Saturday night, and he was I don't know why he was on his own, but he just was.
Well, it was him and his wife.
But she was, I don't know where she was.
Disappeared off somewhere. He was just sort of sat there on the sofa on his own.
Yeah, vulnerable to us two going over and just chewing his ear off.
Pouncing on him, yeah. Come and talk to me. You do it for a living, you're good at it.
But then we recorded the episode with him, and then we went and watched Tudor, I think, straight away afterwards. And then it just so happened they were staying in the same hotel as us, and we ran into them on the Sunday morning when everyone was hanging.
Yeah.
And then just ended up chatting with them for like 3 hours, 4 hours.
Give or take.
Just drinking beers in the hotel bar. But then I felt bad because we had interviews booked that we kind of just like pushed back. Which, if any of the bands are actually watching this, I do apologise. We have got full-length episodes with all of you, so I can't apologise too much. But I did feel bad because it was kind of last minute. Like,
but we
found
really,
better people to hang
we
out with.
We weren't really expecting it, and I think considering the sort of pedigree that we'd had over the last year and a bit, to meet people that are actually doing that on a level higher
At
than
one point,
us.
they were asking us for tips. Do you remember that?
I don't remember this.
It was when we were with Becky. Because she's just started her podcast called the See It Off podcast.
Oh, yes. This was just after we chatted to her.
Yeah. So they were doing like, I think she's on episode 6 or something. And she was saying to us, like, how do you guys think of stuff to ask? Or like, how do you like follow the conversation up? Or how do you book your guests in and stuff? And I was like, You are coming to us to ask how to book. You're not like you've got 330 times our followers on Instagram alone. I think you'll be all right.
Yeah, we just ask and hope that they say yes.
We just pester random bands that we may or may not have seen and go, look, do you fancy it?
It's just like sales, isn't it? You just ask them until they tell you to piss off, and then you go, all right, I'll leave it alone for a month.
I must say, I don't think anybody's told us to piss off yet.
No, not yet.
We've had a couple bands that just have refused to come on, as in like they've had the time booked.
Well, even like when I chatted to Rizzle Kicks, who were he was really nice about it, but I went over and said, we're just really big fan of your set. It was so cool, probably one of the best of the weekend. Have you got like 5 minutes just to have a chat?
Yeah.
And he went, I'm sure you're a lovely bloke, but nothing against you. We're just not doing any press stuff at the moment. I went, cool, fair enough.
Yeah. And he had his whole family with him.
Yeah.
And nobody else was ballsy enough to go and do it.
Yeah, well, I just thought,
But if you don't ask, you don't get.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly, Jonathan.
Jonathan.
So, yeah, it was a great period.
It was good. Would you do it again? I know the answer, but are you going to do it again? Yeah, we're definitely doing it again.
Yeah, it was brilliant, and I'm so excited to see where everything develops from here. Because, like, who knows?
I actually spoke to Will, flatmate Will.
We've got two flatmates.
But he was just like, "What the fuck are you going to do with this now? Like, how do you follow up on this? Because every episode we put out is not going to be as big as Bambino, Becky, Stevie White, etc. It was like, how do you what do you do and how do you take it? I kind of thought to myself, like, we've actually now got quite a good leg to stand on when we're approaching other festivals. So when it comes festival season next year, or even just like gigs in the meantime, we can be like, look, this is we can show them the content we've made and the views we got from it, and be like, look, we're actually quite game to go and do it.
Yeah.
And just show them the work and be like, look, we'll do this for your festival free of charge, like, easy. They'll be happy with it. It's free publicity.
Yeah.
For grassroots music.
Exactly.
And especially with the backlash from the BBC Introducing stage, which we asked quite a lot of acts about over the weekend, and they all had the same opinion, which is that it's bullshit.
They're not fans.
It was absolutely fine. Like, we can take it and be like, look, we're grassroots music, we're bringing it back. It's obviously a big thing at the moment. Please.
We'll lead the charge.
Give us a free ticket, please. So, yeah. I think we've got quite a lot to go and do and work on, to be honest.
Yeah, we definitely do.
Do you think, genuine question, do you think we should start advertising when we're going to gigs? So people come and chat to us and we do more street interviews. Because we were planning on doing street interviews and then we just got swept up in the whole thing.
Yeah, we were. I forgot about that. Yeah, we were. We were going to go up to all kinds of people and we had like a whole plan on how we were going to go about it and who we were going to, like, the kind of things we were going to talk about, the kind of questions we were going to ask. We were going to do some like Billy Eichner kind of shit and just like run up to
chase
them.
after people down the
Miss,
street.
for $1. Name a woman.
Any woman? Yes, any woman.
Any woman. And so, but for us, yeah, name any band.
Geese.
Get in my house. Get in my house.
But it means that if we go and do, we end up going to gigs fairly fucking regularly anyway.
Yeah.
I think we should just start going to some random ones, like ones that neither of us know. Just find a band with a funny name on Songkick or something and just go.
Just see what's going on.
But like,
get a chat with them.
We could message the band to be like, we're going to be doing interviews and stuff here. Do you want to chat to us afterwards? I think that would actually be quite a good plan. Because we're not going to get in on festival season now because we're halfway through.
Yeah.
All the tickets have been allocated and we're both busy with other stuff, aren't we?
Yes, we are. Very much so.
But for gigs and stuff, I reckon we could 100% do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's all kinds of bands out there. One of the...
What a statement that is. That's the most nothingy sentence you've ever said.
Trains are weird.
Plenty of bands out there. And then just sit and think.
Whales are really big. I had a whole conversation with Rory yesterday. We walked to Wimbledon yesterday, right? And we had a whole conversation on like how if whales had like the cognitive ability to understand that they are the biggest animal that's ever lived on planet Earth.
Yeah.
How big of a fucking flex would that be? If whales had the intelligence to go, yeah, I'm the biggest animal that's ever lived.
Yeah, but like, you wouldn't hear it, would you? Because they're undersea. Just stick something in its blowhole and we just shut it up.
No, but like, isn't that so cool that we're living at like this? We're living in the same time period as the biggest animal of all time.
Are you bringing this round to ask Noah and the Whale to come on the podcast?
No. I want. There are a few bands that are related. There's a guy called Whale Talk who I'd like to. We Were Sharks. They're really good. I like them. Just anything animal related.
Wombats.
Yeah. Stone Lions. You guys are sick. They're quite small. But yeah, no. But I digress. I love whales. But
The animal.
Yeah, the animal.
Not the country.
No.
Sorry, Becky.
No, Wales is all right.
Yeah, it's just
Aberystwyth and
meh.
It you know, they're like our weird brother, and I love them dearly for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, in terms of music wise, I think any gigs I'm very open to. You know, I love gigging.
You'd hope so.
Walter Giggins. But man, I've had too much Coke Zero. Doesn't have anything. In fact, doesn't have anything in it. Oh, that's just how I am, dude. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to like doing a few more gigs. Obviously, we'll be building up to the live show once again.
Yep.
I was speaking to George the other night. He's currently on 19. He's going to be building up towards 30.
Yeah, okay. That's 30 gigs, by the way.
Yeah, throughout the year. So we'll be probably well, he'll be there.
I don't envy you having to cut all these burps out.
I'm going to leave some of them in.
Our first in-person, like, fucking interview, or episode, whatever you want to call it.
Are you interviewing me?
Since Truck. And you just can't stop burping.
I can't. It's
Zero.
difficult.
Fuck.
I'm really gassy.
What's funny as well, right? If Rory comes back in a minute, I'll ask him the same question. But he came up to me the other day. He was like, it fucking drives me nuts that he just burps out loud all the time. Even when you haven't drunk anything, you still have gas in the tank. I don't understand it. It's freakish.
I think I was born this way. I'm like human. I'm like the human
I
equivalent
think you're
of
like
Jupiter.
one big burp away from a six pack.
Yeah. I am. Like, thing is, that's
You're
why.
you're just like
Yeah, all
slowly
of this
doing,
is
you're drip feeding it for the sake
I'm
of
just slowly
one
releasing.
big one.
I've been slowly releasing gas for the last like 10 years, and eventually I'll be really thin. I'm like the human equivalent of Jupiter. I'm like a
gas giant.
I'm a walking gas giant. Only on the front though, you know.
What are we talking about? Music.
Gigs.
We will ping out when we're going to some gigs, because it'd be nice to meet some of the fans who I'm assuming will also be going.
Yeah.
A lot of the bands that we do go and see are part of, well, they're all part of the same scene, aren't they? They're all
Yeah,
in the
they
Ski
get
League,
around, you know.
Yeah, they're all on Radio X or something like that.
But it's been an enlightening experience, and I think it's taught me a lot about not just the industry and not just like the bands and the music industry. It's taught me a lot about me. And like how I
Yeah,
can,
I can imagine.
Like how I can actually work pretty efficiently in that kind of environment
And speak to people normally.
Yes.
Because, like, I mean, I don't actually know what the opinion of Nick is through some of the episodes, but I'm assuming they think you're a bit weird. I think that's a fair enough statement.
Is that
Is that a fair enough statement?
Hold on, here we go. Is that true? Do you guys think I'm a bit weird? I think they think I'm a bit weird.
I think they think you're a bit weird. But if that is the case, you actually did very well in just hiding some of that. At least in the initial part, until we started rolling the cameras, and anyway, you diverted to type.
Yeah, thanks, mate. I appreciate that. You know, the whole game is about personality, of which I have about 8. So it's nice to pick.
Is that 8 left?
Yeah,
I get onto series 3 of this.
I started
and it's
with,
just fucked.
Yeah, I started with thousands of them, and I've slowly lost them over time because I can't be dealing with this anymore. So yeah, it's been. But no, it was great fun to speak to people and just to, I don't know, like get.
Just be back as well. We took a couple of weeks off, didn't we?
Yeah, well, just to
Kind of
prepare
unintentionally. But it was because
for
we both...
for the whole thing while we were doing it, and like 2 weeks before, we were like, "How are we going to get some more episodes out? We don't really have time to do both of them." I said, what?
You'd be fantastic in a debate. Because like whenever someone was making like a meaningful point, you just burp and then just start your own point.
It's a really good way of interrupting people. I'm
halfway through.
I'm in my own house, dude.
Yeah, fine.
I'm outside in my own house. I'm gonna let all the gas out.
Maybe we don't need to advertise when we go to gigs because people will just follow the stench.
Yeah. So I have this amazing ability, you know, like in cartoons where something smells really bad and you can see it
the
visually,
gas cloud behind
visually wafting across.
Yeah.
It's like the opposite of how, like in Tom and Jerry or Looney Tunes or something, people would float to try and go towards pie or something. Mine's the opposite. I repel people, but like into the ground, so just 6 feet under. I kill people with my stench, with my odour.
Yeah. Well, I guess on that bombshell, we'll announce some gigs that we're going to soon. I'm sure it'll be probably September time once festivals subside.
Yeah. There's people are still doing festival season. We've got obviously Reading and Glasgow will probably happen quite soon, unless they've already happened.
Reading's last one of August.
Oh,
Glasgow
right.
isn't on this year.
Latitudes is this week.
Yep. Why Not's on this week. Kendall Calling's this weekend. So we'll get in on that. I think there's quite a lot of the same bands there. So
yeah. So it'll be interesting.
But just for anyone listening who's wondering what the fuck is coming up and what we're doing off the back of this, we're not sleeping. We've got somewhere between 20 and 25 full-length episodes ready to record and release.
Damn, son.
So yeah, and then it'll be Christmas. So we'll take a long-earned break. And then probably just go and get drunk again like we normally do.
Yeah.
So.
One thing that I did want to mention is obviously prior to when we were doing a lot of the video stuff, obviously there were a number of album reviews that were coming out that I was writing. So if that's something that people still want, then I'm happy to do them perhaps in a different format. So more of like a video thing rather than just straight writing, because that's clearly where a lot of the attention is going.
Yep.
So I'm happy to change that up. I've got a few ideas that I can develop on that. So, but if it's something that people still want, obviously there's tons of new music coming out at any one time, and I love writing about all the stuff that's releasing. There's a few albums coming out soon that I'm very interested in.
I should say as well, like, people just get in touch with us. Like, we like to hear from people who have listened to the podcast, because we're still taking it as it comes. So it would actually be quite useful if you send us a message, go down in the comments, whatever, and just tell us, A, if you're enjoying it, but B, if you've got any questions for us. Because, like, it might be that we end up doing the Oasis Blur debate between the two of us, if that's something that's in the comments. Or it might be that we talk about Footballhead's latest album, if that's in the comments.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So, like, we have our format that we're following, and we are going to change it up at some point, but for the time being, it's working quite well, and people quite enjoy it.
As you said before, we've got a few ideas for other potential shows that could come in the future. But at the moment, obviously, we need to figure out how to do that fluidly.
If there's questions for us, which we can handle in the intro, or questions for the bands, which we have come on, and you want us to go and ask them, fucking send them through. We'd love to do it.
Or if you want just a general Q&A.
No one wants that
for us.
That's kind of what this is.
I should do a fucking AMA on Reddit. And see what
anything for us.
Yeah, see what people say. Send in your best burp as well. I want to hear your best burps. Send them directly to me. Don't send them to Josh. Send them to me.
Yeah. From an unlisted number.
Yeah, yeah.
No context. Don't even send anything else. Just a voice note of whatever the fuck you can stomach.
Send it to the Uncharted Riffs email.
I don't want to have to go through them.
I'll go through them,
because we get a lot of bands send in their latest releases that we might not have heard of the band, but they'll send them over to us, just being like, "Can you critique it? Do a little bit on it." And to be honest, we could use that for some of the album reviews that you do.
That is true. Yeah.
But also at the same time, I don't want to have to sift through like 25, 30 separate burps before I get to like an actual single.
That sounds like my fucking dream. That sounds so funny.
This is going to be a long few weeks, I think. But yeah, I mean, this is the Uncharted Riffs podcast. Go and give us a follow on Instagram and TikTok at Uncharted Riffs.
Yes, get on that.
And if there's any bands that you want us to see, or if you want to let us know any questions or anything, just send them across and we'll get them done. Yeah, and generally, just I think the main thing to sort of close this off with is sort of just a general thank you to you guys. You know, it's been a strange 18 months, or nearly 18 months. And as we go into August and come into the end of the summer, you know, a lot of things are going to change going into the next year, and especially if we've got stuff basically built up until that point. It's, you know, the fact that we have had the opportunity not only to go to Truck, but to talk to all the people we've already spoken to, and just have the experiences that we've had of any gigs or all the shows that we've done. And, you know, even me doing my editing stuff has been an absolute joy.
and it's been such a privilege to, spend my time doing that. So, just a big shout out to everyone who listens to the show, who will eventually start watching the show. This isn't where we're actually going to do it all the time.
Yeah, this is temporary.
Yeah, I mean, at some point we could do what we were doing with the reels and just host a new episode somewhere different.
Just out the back of someone's house.
Yeah, just do it anywhere. Just get in someone's van while they're on the move. So I've only had like a quarter of a can when I came out here.
This is what I mean.
Like, I haven't eaten. This is the same.
You've lost 3 kilograms since the start of the video.
This is the same can, dude. But yeah, no, like massive thank you to you all. It's been and especially to the people who are following us while we were doing the truck stuff as well.
Yeah.
Like seeing your comments and your messages, whether we knew you or not, it was incredibly gratifying to see that people were following it quite closely.
I agree.
And to be like somewhat recognised for our content while we were already there. That was pretty.
Going places.
That was pretty wicked.
Yeah.
I'm bringing it back. Wicked. Magniflorious.
Christ.
Right, I'm gonna go burp into the toilet now.
Yeah, give us a follow.
Yeah, give us a follow, guys. If you don't, I didn't know how to end. I didn't know what to do. Did you really have to do that?
So this isn't going to pick up the sound, is it?
No, this isn't. Well, it's going to pick up its own sound, but then I'll just cut it out. So as long as I have these two like lined up.
Yeah.
So if I say the word,
Don't say it.
gubernatorial.
Yeah.
What did you think I was going to say?
N-word. I know you.
I would never say. Don't say that. Don't say that in front of me. You don't know me. You don't know
This
me.
guy, diet racist.
Yeah, I'm just Sprigget.
Oh man. Right.
Get your fucking game face on.